What's up, family? What's up? This is Tammy. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to the channel, thank you for watching. Your girl's having her a glass of wine as I sit here and talk to my peeps. And hey, I have a few things I wanted to talk to you guys about. My topic is about how to apply eyeshadow at the age of 62. Or I'm gonna make it like for mature women, okay? Because in my opinion, some of us as we get older, you know, we can't wear certain things, because it'll make us look much older than we actually are. So my topic for today, and I thought this would help everybody, and I'm gonna speak slow so that we can really get the understanding and the concept of what I am talking about. So one of the things that I wanted to point out is that as we age, and I'm gonna say you will start noticing it in your mid-30s, because I have mentioned this so many times, we lose collagen in our 20s, okay? So as you get older, the skin dries, okay? And that's even with you drinking a lot of water and all of that. The hydration internally is good. Yes, we have to drink our water, but you also want to take care of the outside. So I have very oily skin, or I should say, I had very oily skin. And it was the nose, really in my T-zone. But now that I have aged, gotten higher up in my age, I'm not as oily as I was in my younger years, which they say that having oily skin is a good thing, but it's also irritating because if you were like me, if you left your house, you had your makeup on, makeup was nice and fresh, but by the end of the day, your face is so oily, you can probably take some of that oil off your face and make a jar of grease, okay? That's how bad my skin was. But I've noticed my skin is oily, but it is not as oily as it was. So that means that I need to hydrate more. Those of you that have extremely dry skin, or maybe you had dry skin anyway, and then as you got older, your skin began to dry even more. What does that say? What does that mean? That means that you need to hydrate, meaning you need to use a moisturizer on the outside of your skin that's going to hydrate your skin and give you that hydration you need, so that you're not doing this all day and seeing dry spots in your face. I know some people who had severe dry skin and they would get dry spots in their face, and that's because they were not hydrating. I don't care. You can drink all the water you want. You still need to put some type of moisturizer on your skin so that your skin can soften and that moisture go inside of the skin. You need to hydrate your skin. I have to say this because I meet so many people and I talk about skincare a lot. And some of the things that I hear people say when they tell me that they're washing their face with soap, a bar soap, and I just believe that soap dries, whether it's Dove or any type of soap. If you are not putting a moisturizer on top of that, it dries your skin. I hear people putting alcohol on their face and all types of things, which it dries the skin out. And as you get older, you will see Somebody may be young that's watching this, but if you are doing any of these things, I promise you, as you get older, your skin gets drier and you'll be like, oh, my skin is so dry. Why is my skin so dry? And not only just for your face, it's your whole body. Let me just put it that way. So I wanted to bring that out first because having a good cleanser for your face, a lot of cleansers that you can use that's not only going to cleanse your skin, but it's not also going to make your skin look dull and dry. So you want to use a good cleanser. A foaming cleanser for mature women is really good with some hydrating benefits in there. You want that cleanser to cleanse your skin as well as hydrate, if that makes sense, if you are understanding what I'm saying. So with that being said, before you apply makeup, and right now I'm talking to the mature women, you have to have proper skincare in order for your makeup, if you want your makeup to look really nice and fresh. So hydration on the skin is number one. Make sure you are hydrating your skin. And once you're hydrating your skin and you have a good skincare routine, next comes the application of makeup. And your skin it just goes on your skin so much better when you have a skincare routine and your skin is very hydrated. I promise you, you will see a difference in your skin when you begin to start applying a foundation on your skin. So let's get the skin hydrated, okay? So, number 2 is my tip. That was number 1. Laugh out loud. Number 2 is don't skip out on a primer, a foundation primer. Now, I use a foundation primer before I apply my foundation. So that primer is going to help your foundation to last longer. So don't skip out on using a primer on your face. See, when you start using that skincare routine and then you put that primer on top of your on your face after you have cleansed your skin, then see, now you're ready to apply your foundation, which is going to give you this really nice, even application. It's going to make your face so soft, okay? And then you apply that primer. Not only is that primer going to help your foundation stay on longer, but primers also help reduce the size of large pores on your face. So if you have some large pores on your face and you use a primer prior to applying your foundation, that is key. We're going to go on to the next topic. So after you have applied your primer, I always use either some form of a color corrector or a concealer or something to hide imperfections in my skin. Maybe there's some I have a dark spot that's like right in here and some things up here. And I believe that it has a lot to do with aging. And I also have freckles, or as my doctor said, they're age spots. Okay, I agree. So what I do is I use there's 2 types of color correction sticks to hide imperfections like dark spots, red spots, or whatever. So if you are a woman of a darker complexion, you can use a purple color corrector to highlight those areas. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna layer each application, let it set, right? And if you are a person of a lighter complexion, you will use a green highlighter. This green highlighter also is for imperfection. So if you're a color corrector, okay? After you have done that first, okay, let that kind of set in there. Take a sponge or use your, I love to use my fingertips for some reason or another. I think it just goes on better. I take a concealer. The concealer would be the same color as my complexion. And I would take that concealer on the back of my hand, put a little bit, a dab on your hand, because you don't want to use an excessive amount. So remember, we're layering, right? So you want to put a little dab wherever you put that color corrector on the next spot. And then I would dab it. You can either do that or you can use a sponge, and you just want to pat it or dab it so that it can kind of cover the imperfections that you may be having on your skin. And that will cover that. So we're layering our foundation, okay? So for mature women, the less product you use, the better it is. You don't want to pack your face with a bunch of makeup, okay? So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to use your foundation. And I recommend using a liquid foundation. Now, those of you with extremely dry skin, I would recommend a luminous foundation, okay? Meaning that has more moisture in there. And so you would take the luminous, if you have dry skin, put it on the back of your hand and apply your foundation with a foundation brush. Some people like to use their hand, but and when I'm applying my foundation, I really like to use a foundation brush and just, you know, pat it onto my face, okay? Avoid powders as a foundation, because what you have to think about is as we get older, you know, we have wrinkles, crow's feet in our eyes. We have lines here. Most likely we have lines coming on our forehead. So using a powder, the powder goes into those creases. So using a powdered foundation, I would not recommend. I would just recommend a liquid foundation. I think it will go on better, and you don't have to worry about that liquid going into the line creases as you get older, you know, or if you're an older woman of a mature age in your 60s. Use a liquid foundation as opposed to a powdered foundation. When you are applying your foundation, don't apply a lot of foundation. You don't need a lot of foundation. You just need a little amount just to cover your face. You don't want to pack it with the foundation. I just wanted to make sure I made that clear. Don't pack your face with a bunch of foundation. Another thing I wanted to talk about that we I think sometimes we avoid is making sure that our under eye area, some people wonder why they have dark circles under their eyes or tired eyes or lines or whatever. But under the eye, a lot of times we forget to use a moisturizer under the eye. And if you don't know, this area under the eye is like the thinnest part of the skin of our face. It's very thin. And so as we get older, it dries even more. So you want to make sure that area of your face is hydrated, your under eye area. So make sure you're using an eye cream that has moisture on there that's going to help you with puffiness and dark circles. And I'm not saying that it's going to get rid of those things, but what I am saying is it can help and probably reduce some of the dark circles. Another thing with applying foundation, so after you get your foundation on, say you want to put on some eyeshadows, okay? So what I recommend for eyeshadows for mature women, I would stay away from the sparkly stuff, okay? Because the sparkly stuff is really gonna bring your eyes out and show your age. Avoid sparkly stuff on your eyes, okay? I would stay with the matte eyeshadow as opposed to something that's glittery and shiny like that, because there you're bringing attention to your eyes. Now remember, a lot as you age, we have lines in our face, and so what you don't want to do is draw that attention to you, right? So you want to eliminate that. So I recommend using matte eyeshadows as opposed to glittery, shiny type of eyeshadows. Now, if you do some, I would say highlights or something like that, I would just put like a little highlight, but not something that's going to draw a lot of attention. And I'm really making sure that that's clear, that you want to use something that is more matte look. You can have a shine, but I wouldn't make it so dramatic that it's noticeable, so that it's drawing attention to my eye area, okay? Another thing you want to do is make sure your eyeshadows are well blended. A lot of people don't make sure that when they're wearing their eyeshadows, they'll put the eyeshadows on, but they're not blending it well. They have a lot of brushes out there that you can use that are blending brushes. Even with your foundation and your concealers, you want to make sure you're blending very well and making sure everything blends in really, really well, so that you can have an even complexion. Your makeup looks natural. That's the key. Another thing you want to do is make sure your eyeshadows are well blended. A lot of people don't make sure that when they're wearing their eyeshadows, they'll put the eyeshadows on, but they're not blending it well. They have a lot of brushes out there that you can use that are blending brushes. Even with your foundation and your concealers, you want to make sure you're blending very well and making sure everything blends in really, really well, so that you can have an even complexion. Your makeup looks natural. That's the key. After you have your foundation laid and everything's done, you have your eyeshadow, I would use a powder, but a silking powder, something light, and press the little powder, a little, not a lot of powder, just to give you that flawless look, okay? And then take a finishing spray and spray just a little bit just to set your foundation. So now you are basically set for the day, okay? You are beautified. Go ahead now, put your eyeshadows on, eyeliners on. I wouldn't be making no deep lines. Don't do that. Don't make no deep lines now, especially with no black pencil, okay? Don't draw attention to your eyes. Get you some beautiful eyelashes on, not nothing real dramatic, okay? So I see some lashes out there. The young people can wear that stuff, but girl, we can't do that. We can't be wearing no lashes like that, all right? I mean, I'm just saying, I'm speaking for myself. Somebody may agree and somebody may not agree, but I cannot do the lashes like that, honey. I have to have something that's going to be a little bit more settled for my age, okay? I can't be wearing no big old eyelashes, girl. Some of them lashes be making my eye go like this. I already have a lazy eye. I don't want to be wearing no lashes that's so heavy and then the eye be looking all crazy, girl. No, I ain't gonna do that. And another thing, you guys, that I think I'm gonna do a video of me showing you how I do my eyeshadows. I think I have already did that. I can probably put a link up here, but now that I'm getting comfortable with my videos and I have more videos that are being uploaded, I think I can do another video and kind of go over how I do the eyeshadows and show you guys how to apply eyeshadows. Now, let me tell you, I am not a perfectionist. I am not a person that do makeup. I am self-taught. So everything I do is self-taught, and everything that I talk about is self-taught. And I do sell a skincare product, and so if you want to know about that, ask me, and I will definitely provide you with some information about the products that I use. Also, exfoliate your lips. When you're using your lipstick, you want your lips to look good, exfoliate your lips. Get a nice exfoliant and then put a moisturizer, like a nice moisturizing lip gloss on your lips that's gonna soften your lips, and do that at night. I'm telling you, when you put on your lipstick, your lip liner, you won't get no white stuff on your lips, because sometimes when you see people and they have on their lipstick, they have this white stuff going around their lips, and that's nothing but dead skin. Exfoliate your lips, just like you have to exfoliate your body, and you have to exfoliate your face 3 times a week. Exfoliate your face, exfoliate your lips 3 times a week as well, because you have dead skin there as well, okay? And then use your lip liner, because your lip liner is going to help your lipstick stay longer, and then put on your lipstick, and girl, you're ready to go, okay? And then you just have a natural look. You have a natural look. And so I talked this through. So what I'm gonna do is I will do a video and step by step of everything that I talked about, so that we can, you know, get this thing going, so that us senior citizens, we can look cute and look good as well, and keep on strucking and keep on moving. You know, we still got our groove, even though we may be senior citizens. We still, wait a minute, what they say, the 60 is the new what, 50? And the 50 is the new 40. It's just going backwards. And I think, and I believe, it's all about how you carry yourself and how you take care of yourself. So you guys, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.